because you're home with everything nerd. How many Ludo? What's going on?
My name is Timmy.
I'm Ryan.
Okay,
What's
so
happening today?
Ludo, you okay?
Yeah.
You okay today?
Well, I'm hanging. That's what I'm doing.
How's that right now?
Like judging off that intro, you are really feeling it at the moment, isn't it?
Hanging, bro. Literally, when you said like let's push back the thing, but I was like, thank God, what is that saying? Because I literally took me like 4 or 5 hours to even get out of bed, bro.
Long night, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, where'd
man.
you go? Where'd you go?
That was like a friend of a friend's like birthday party, so they're like a little like
Uh-huh.
yeah, at his house. So
Yeah.
the drinks were flowing. I would say.
I bet.
You know,
Ryan, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Do you know what? I've been rewatching the MCU at the minute. So
Oh, really? Okay. How come?
yeah, the last movie I watched, Age of Ultron. So that's where I'm at right now. Just getting
What?
towards the end of phase 2.
You got Disney Plus?
Yeah, it's not my account though, so
Oh,
Them ones.
I was about to ask, bro.
Oh man.
What's the Disney Plus account? How about you, Tim? What's going on?
All good. Like not much to report. Obviously, waiting for lockdown to end and stuff. I'm ready to go out and get shit faced at some point. But yeah, all good, man. All good. Just
Did you
work.
remodel your room again?
I haven't really. Well, I got a TV,
Okay.
so that's in there now. There's still a couple other things I want to get, but I was speaking to my housemate the other day actually, and we're just saying to each other like, maybe I need to just slow it down a little bit because like I'm buying shit and remodeling my room and changing things around.
Mhm.
Like I'm only there for like 6 months, whatever. Like I've got plenty of time to like buy
Mhm.
stuff and rearrange how I want. So like, yeah, but yeah, TV. That's why.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the poll. So obviously PlayStation announced the release of the new controller colors. So I actually did a quick poll because I actually forgot to do the main poll for the podcast this week. So we're gonna use that instead. So so people asked which one of the two, why I asked which one of the two controllers is your favorite. 52% of people said the Midnight Black, and then 48% of people said the Cosmic Red. Have you guys seen new controllers?
No.
Oh, Ryan's gone. Where's Ryan gone to? Ryan, what happened? Okay, which is it? Ryan, what happened? You went.
Out for a second and cut back in. Literally for a second.
Okay,
I think
you're good.
I was struggling. I think that's what it is. I tried to reset it before. But
It's calm. All right. So what, Ryan, like I say, Ludo, you haven't seen the new controllers.
No.
Ryan, have you seen them?
no, I've seen the Midnight Black one. I see someone post a photo of it. That's
Okay.
what I haven't seen the other one.
No, so yeah, so it's like a burgundy type ish color. So I think what people are hoping for is that PlayStation will also release the like custom plates, because obviously you can change the plates on the PS5. So hopefully they will release like custom plates so you can have the PS5 match the controller. But I think people's biggest concern at the moment with PlayStation is that obviously people still can't buy the console. It's still it's still like being like scalpers are still taking all the orders that come. It's like the other like a PlayStation said like nothing's really going to change until like the end of this year.
Well, only recently some retailers are doing like the raffles now.
Like who?
Currys. So I know someone who managed to get a PlayStation, so you have to reserve the right to buy it, and if you get picked, then you're lucky. Which, in a sense, I think is better because it's better than all the stock being released at once and then Scalpers just taking all of it. I think it's better if they select a certain amount of people and then.
Have you seen certain like trainer stores have been doing like where they like you enter a raffle, you pay, but if you don't get it, you get a refund type stuff like those.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
something.
exactly like that, yeah.
Like avoid like resellers, all those people there, scalpers.
But don't scalpers? Aren't scalpers like whole like teams and groups of people who are just buying?
Bro, it's full organizations.
Yeah, like it's like full on businesses, like
with tech involved.
Because the raffle idea is great and all, but it just feels like it still just feels kind of worthless if you're still allowing like multiple people, buying consoles, or like even with the raffles they can use bots to enter and things like that. I think what they need to look at is where are the consoles going? Are they going to multiple locations? Are they going to the same location? Like if you've got like 6 consoles going to the same location, that should cancel the order. It should be a red flag. We should be able to flag that and be like, nah, one console per name per household. If that's the way they need to do it to get things in control, fine. But at this point, it's kind of ridiculous. Like the console came out in November, just gone, and people still can't get their hands on it. Like I don't know what PlayStation and Sony are doing in terms of fixing now, but it's ridiculous at this point. It really is. All right, let's get into our main news. So first up, Marvel's MODOK isn't in the MCU.
What?
Because standalone series.
This is the stop motion capture animation one, right?
Yeah.
So why have they not included it in the MCU? Why is it just?
I remember just seeing the news like it's not including the MCU.
When's it supposed to come out?
This year, like in a month or so.
The thing is, does anyone have like that much interest in MODOK if he's not going to be in the MCU?
Well, obviously that's the point. Like, I feel like at this stage, Marvel can't afford to not have everything connected. So there's no point having like a standalone MODOK animation that's not part of the MCU. It doesn't make sense.
I get that. I mean, I think they could do like I would still watch like solo Marvel stories, but I think it's more the character itself doesn't have enough interest.
Right.
It's
Other characters with him.
It's coming out 21st of May.
21st of May. So that's even what, next week?
Friday, I believe.
I might give it a watch just to see, but like I don't know what to expect from like a MODOK animation series. I feel like it's obviously off the back of the Avengers game because MODOK was like the main villain in the game, so I get that, but it just feels like to have it kind of existing in its own kind of bubble doesn't really make sense. But if it's not 21st of May, 21st of May is what?
It's anime. Don't you think it kind of makes sense for it to be in its own bubble, no?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you can still have something in a different medium and still have it like connected in terms of like the story and stuff. I think that's very much possible. I don't think it needs to have everything like live action for it to exist within the realm of the MCU or it to be connected. For all we know, it could be quote unquote an alternate universe. I don't know, but like I feel like you can tell stories to different mediums and still have it exist in the same space. Yeah. Falcon and the Wood Soldier star Elijah Richardson addresses possible return as Patriot. Have they said they're bringing him back for sure?
Not for sure, but it's why would you start to tell that story if you're not going to finish it?
Okay.
That would, I mean, if they didn't, it would annoy a lot of people.
Maybe a waste of the character as well, because obviously.
You know what I mean, so
exactly,
I'm expecting them to do that. Yeah, for real.
Okay. I mean, it would be good for to have it back. I think so, but I think it's the how and the when, because obviously they seem to have things very much planned ahead of time,
of course,
as Marvel does. But so it's like how long?
But they're flexible enough to add things in when they can, isn't it?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe in Captain America 4.
But isn't that like 2023, 2024?
Yeah.
It's a lot. I feel like if they were gonna do it, they would have, because they might surprise us. I don't know, but they should obviously have thought about the character ahead of time, which I'm sure Feige has. Like he's known for that kind of thing. So I don't think
even then, because he keeps it so fluid, you can still add characters in. Because for example, Feige thought like 10 years ahead, he can still like plot Spider-Man in whenever. So I trust their vision there.
Always.
Netflix cut ties with Golden Globes organizers over inclusion issues.
Okay, that needs explanation. What's the backstory behind that?
Bro, they're just trying to be. I don't even know, man. Sorry, like
it's cool. Hold on, let me see if I can find the article. 1 second. I mean, from what I can understand, obviously, if Netflix are cutting ties with the Golden Globes, are they then saying that they're not going to have Netflix shows or movies included in the Golden Globes themselves?
I think it's the cut ties like the thing because obviously the year's ceremony is ruled in like only the group had plus 80+ members and had 0 black members in it.
Right.
Like in that the panels, the judges, all that stuff.
I mean that's always been the case, right? We know.
But I think Netflix are finally now, or they'll be one of the first to finally go. Cause enough's enough. Obviously, all shows are all just not being much very diverse since then. We're doing our part to change things. So we're cutting ties.
Yeah, that's only a good thing. At first, I didn't know what you meant by that, but for Netflix to sort of boycott them, in an attempt to get them to be more diverse and to be more inclusive, that's what we want, because you need the big organizations or the big institutions to do that as well to really make a difference.
So I found the article. So it goes, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the group that puts together and hosts the Golden Globe Awards ceremony every year, has found itself in the midst of a turmoil as they seek to reform their ranks and become a more inclusive group. Ahead of this year's award ceremony, it was revealed in a bombshell report that only 80 plus members, so they've got 80 plus members and had 0 black members. And though they have previously announced an intention to become more inclusive and expand their membership, their fixes are apparently not enough for some, as Netflix has sent a letter saying that they're no longer working with them. So like Ludo said, basically, like, Netflix have been like, well, the people who are deciding not only what films get accepted as nominations or what films or TV shows actually win are just like a group of, which I'm guessing majority white men and maybe a couple of white women. Netflix just gonna be like, that's not good enough. Like, you got, like, until that changes, we're pulling out, which is the right thing to do. Until like the big organizations shake the table, nothing's really gonna happen.
That's crazy. 80 plus members and 0 black members.
So like, not just black. Like, I'm sure like that in terms of diversity, there's no black, there's no Asian people, there's no person of color at all. And I'm telling you, it's probably like 72 of those members are white men. 10 of them are women. And in terms of like an age group and demographic, I guarantee you 60-70% of them are like at least 60 plus. Maybe even all of them. Like, it's just weird having like this kind of same typical demographic who's in charge and responsible for all these kind of like big voting decisions and stuff within film and TV and stuff like that. So yeah. Am I lagging?
Not on mine. On mine, you haven't lagged at all.
Okay.
Maybe just me then. Cool.
I mean, it's running smooth on my end. So I guess that's the important part for the recording. All right. So what's next? 5 big Star Wars games reportedly in development. Star Wars Mandalorian, Star Wars Fallen Order 2, Knights of the Old Republic remake, Star Wars High Republic, and Battlefront 3. Okay.
I'm interested in, I would say, Fallen Order 2.
Fallen Order 2 is definitely getting made, and not for a fact.
Are they going to carry on with Cal Kestis's story? Are they going to pick another Jedi that's gone into hiding?
I think they're going to continue. I think they're going to continue.
Makes sense, because obviously you got throughout the first game, he wasn't like a Jedi master.
Of course, yeah.
Still unlearning. He was still learning new powers, and that they still got a lot of space to take that character.
I'm hoping they give him a Padawan. That's what I'm hoping for. Like, we see like an aged Carl with a Padawan that he's training, and we get to use them both. That's what I'm hoping for. The Mandalorian as a game, I don't know how that's gonna play out. I don't feel like it needs to be a game. I don't know. It just seems like,
I'd say if it's like the game system is like something similar to, what do you call it? Red Redemption, kind of like that, something like that, like
okay.
Cowboy-ish,
Okay. Cool. What's Star Wars High Republic? What's that supposed to be?
I'm not too sure about High Republic.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about that either. Because
games at the moment.
Hold on. Let me take a look. Because there's always something on the internet. So, multimedia project consisting of various stories from the Star Wars franchise set during the High Republic sub-era of the Age of the Republic. Okay, so I feel like it's maybe like a anthology type game. It might even be a series of games, from what I can see and read. That'll be interesting. Battlefront 3 is gonna slap, like Battlefront 2 slaps. So it just depends on what characters and stuff they introduce and things like that, and if they're gonna change new game mechanics and things like that. Knights of the Old Republic remake, I think they've been how many?
That's the game to play.
Of course, that's gonna be the game to play, but it's been quite a few Knights of the Old Republic, right?
Yeah, they originally released them all on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not actually played it myself, but I've watched the cutscenes on YouTube.
I've watched gameplays, yeah.
Watch the cutscenes on YouTube if you can be bothered there.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's watch the cutscenes, like all them put in one. Basically, like a movie.
I'm gonna check it out. If they do a remake, I'm definitely gonna hop on that for sure. Mission Impossible 7 magazine cover shows Tom Cruise riding into action. How many Mission Impossible movies are we gonna get? Like,
if we're on that 7th one, clearly the mission is very possible.
I'm sure Tom Cruise is just securing the bag. Like, every year, it's like, okay, what, like
another one.
It's another. Just keep doing them. It's like Fast and Furious. It's just like,
yeah,
just gonna keep pumping. But like, would you say that the Mission Impossible films are good though across the board?
I haven't watched them.
Like 4, bro, so I can't remember.
Yeah, same. I've watched like the first 3 or 4, and then I kind of just fell off. There's only so many times that you can do like espionage and being a spy and face disguise and
basically,
and seeing the same person do it. There's only so many times you can watch that.
At least with Fast and Furious, we get like new characters like sprinkled in, like in the group. The group changes, isn't it? At least
that's still a dead franchise, bro.
Fair enough, but at least it changes.
At least it's something different each time, you know, like whether it's dead or not. At least you know it's gonna be some bullshit that's gonna happen in the film that you're not gonna expect. So, like, that's what keeps it like entertaining, isn't it? The Demon Slayer movie reaches historical new box office milestone, becomes the most popular online movie of all time, and first Japanese film to earn over 50 billion yen in the box office in the 200 plus days since it's released. That's nuts.
Have you seen the Demon Slayer movie?
I've seen it.
Thoughts?
Okay, so it's good. It's good. Yeah. But I don't think it's 50 billion yen good.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, I get it. Everyone loves Demon Slayer. Yeah. It's got a great premise, great characters and stuff like that. The film itself,
animation as well.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the film itself was great. Like, it was good. Solid film. But I don't think it's 50 billion yen world record breaking type film. I just think the pandemic helped a lot. Not to discredit the film, but I'm just saying, like, still
good to see anime genre.
Oh yeah, of course.
Breaking those records though.
Absolutely, and it does deserve it. I just think it might be different if it was released outside of the pandemic. It might have a different reception, but kudos to them, honestly, because like it's a solid film. I just think they need to now announce season 2. That's what I'm kind of hoping and waiting for at this stage. But it was decent. Like, I enjoyed it.
Ryan, have you watched it? I still watching.
I've not, because I've not even watched the anime of
anime. No, Demon Slayer, you should watch it.
Because I was gonna watch it. I saw that it got like anime of the year or whatever. Mm-hmm. But then one of my boys told me that the manga, the story completely falls off.
I say watch it. I say watch it.
I also watch it for like the scenes and the animation is very. They put a lot of good things together. It's colorful and that. Obviously, because I don't read manga, so I wouldn't even know if it falls off or not. So I'd say watch it and just give it a try. It's only we're still on season 1, so it's not like a lot to watch. So you might as well just
like 10, 12 episodes if that.
Yeah, I'm not even watching any anime at the minute because I'm up to date with everything. So
yeah, it's like you might as well start it, bro.
I'll get back to you, man. Let you know what it's saying.
All right, cool. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi rumor suggests the Inquisitors return. Who the Inquisitors? You know my Star Wars knowledge ain't all that.
Yeah, the Inquisitors were basically like either fallen Jedi who went to the dark side and basically like they were below Sith, and they would help Darth Vader, to find the other Force users to either.
Oh yeah. They had
their own lightsabers as well.
Yeah. Okay, I remember now. From the Fallen Order game. Actually.
So
I mean. Yeah. Back. Come. Okay. So what? They're gonna get Inquisitors in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's gonna be sick. Okay.
Because you gotta remember also because of the Obi-Wan thing also happens after all the 66 and everything he was going through. That's when the Inquisitors are very prominent as well.
Yeah. So
there's a time cross thing where it makes sense. And plus, obviously, we've never seen Inquisitors in live action, so that's it'd be cool to add even more hopefully more lightsaber fights, and that's what we love: lightsaber fights and people using the Force in various ways.
Everyone's in it, lightsaber fight.
That's that's what I'm about, man. When it comes to Star Wars, I'm about the Force and lightsabers. Give me all that, I'm good.
And dark side users.
That's it. I'm good. Doctor Strange 2 and Black Widow were both supposed to open last week.
The pandemic, isn't it?
Yeah, because of the pandemic. Yeah. I think that's interesting, actually.
Now it's been pushed back to the end of the year, don't it?
Yeah. Wait, when's Black Widow out again? Because they keep pushing this film like so many times now.
July, innit? June.
I think it might be July, actually. It might be July.
Doctor Strange is November, right?
Yes, it's November.
I can't wait for that.
No, isn't it next year?
It's next year? What?
Yeah, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is next year,
Check that.
Hold on. Doctor Strange.
No, it's next year.
I'm very certain it's next year. I could be wrong.
I thought it was 2022.
Yeah, March 25th of 2022. Next year, yeah, it got pushed back significantly further.
Yeah, we got shagged.
We got shagged big time.
Badly with this pandemic.
Pandemic, the blood in his hands, bro.
Although cinemas are opening up next week, though. That's
Exactly. Is there anything you guys looking to go watch?
A Quiet Place 2.
Been pushed back.
No, A Quiet Place 2 is out. I think either end of this month or next month.
Is that what you looking to go watch?
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Ryan? You could watch anything?
No, I don't think there's anything coming out soon that I want to watch.
Any re-releases stuff?
They are. A couple of things.
If they're re-releasing stuff, then I'll look at it. So there's things that I want to see. But if they, I don't know, if Godzilla versus Kong gets a run in the cinema, I'd go watch that because
that's
that movie will be completely different on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
I've still not watched Godzilla vs Kong, bro.
Wait.
I still haven't either. I didn't want to say it, but I haven't.
Wait. I said wait, because I watched it on like my laptop. And I was like, okay. But in the cinema, it's gonna be different.
Because you got the early link, that's why.
Yeah, I got me. They got send me the link, but I was just like, Like,
yeah. What, don't tell me you guys looking for plot in Godzilla vs Kong or something.
Fam, I just want monster fights, and that's all I really wanted.
You know, some people complain about there was no plot. So I was like, bro, Godzilla vs Kong.
There was a lack of nuance in the story.
Nuance is interesting in big gorilla v big lizard.
I was dead. Do you think they'll drop the Snyder Cut in cinema?
Bro, no, Warner Brothers ain't trying to have that.
No. One of them was really salty.
Fam.
Plus, also all that stuff they got going on, they're not trying to do any releases like that anyway. They're trying to handle all their business inside, all the politics they got going on, man. So I doubt it, man.
What do you man think of this freaking Black Superman bullshit that they're trying to pull?
It's rubbish. It's so see-through, so transparent. You can see exactly what they're trying to do. All the blowback from Ray Fisher and whatnot, they thought, okay, fine, we'll just give them this Black Superman and maybe they'll shut up.
Pandering 1-on-1, and plus we haven't finished Henry Cavill's He Superman run.
Do you know what I mean? We haven't even finished the story.
Right?
We ain't got Man of Steel 2. Plus, this Superman, what's he gonna is it gonna be Elseworld? Is it gonna be part of the DCEU? Like,
no, they said Black Clark Kent.
Exactly, like, bro, who even wants that?
Why would, but it just it's so illogical to do when you have Black Supermen that already exist that aren't Clark Kent.
That's my point.
It's so illogical.
This is why I say they don't care about the DC property, or they're not even knowledgeable about the DC property that they own, because there's no way you would suggest having a Black Clark Kent or Black Superman and your first instinct is to make him Clark Kent when there's literally three others that you could pick from who are Clark Kent, and even then, go on.
Or even so, like you introduce another Superman, but the Superman you already have, his story isn't finished yet.
Right.
We can pass on, for example, Captain America. He's Steve Rogers. His storyline finished. They passed on the mantle to obviously to Falcon. Bro, Superman, his story hasn't finished. It just started.
Doesn't even make sense. And my thing is, like, of all the Black characters you want to bring to the screen, that's the like you're not bringing Static.
Any of those.
You're not bringing Icon. You're not bringing Black Lightning. You're not like it's just like what?
Yeah. It's so weird because they could just bring any character that actually is Black. They're gonna race bend a character, which is a character where fans were already not happy with the arc that he's taken so far. It's nuts, isn't it?
I like it.
They're just doing it because obviously they're trying to get trying to get the backs off because they know like obviously Warner Brothers and things, the studios were toxic and had.
It's not gonna work. It's just gonna make things worse.
It just shows their stupidity even more for thinking that that's what we want.
Yeah, that's the thing. They think, yeah, okay.
We don't have Twitter accounts. I don't understand. Like, how did he not know what we want to see?
But some of them think, how do these people in these boardrooms, they don't have like someone like that's like in touch with the culture to have like a pulse on these things? Like, how do you keep making the same mistakes over and over again?
Well, this is like what happens when you don't have diversity in places like this. Because surely, if they was diverse, sort of at Warner Bros. Or whatever, obviously it's just an assumption. People wouldn't be letting that run. They would say, "Well, no, that's not going to work."
Yeah.
It's a diversity issue. It's a lack of understanding of the property itself. Because, like, how do you have a meeting? Fam, I'm actually getting kind of annoyed now. How do you have a meeting with these big people? You sit around the table and you're like, you know what? Let's just make Clark Kent Black. And everyone's like, yes, great idea. Let's sign off on that. You know, what's the budget? You know what? Couple million? Calm, we'll do that. Black Clark Kent. Like, what? Like, is everyone mad? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. And it's baffling. And you know what? They're going to go through with it. And they're going to do a train and everything. And they're going to cast like someone stupid as well. Like Michael B. Jordan or something like that.
Michael B. Jordan will get the casting for that.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's
stupid. Like, no, I can't lie. Whichever actor takes on that role, they have to get flamed. I don't care, bruv. They have to get absolutely flamed by their industry peers, like online, social media. Like, I want them to get absolutely flamed.
Did they say whether it would be directed by? They say what kind of director's going to be?
You don't even know who the director is yet.
That would be interesting as well, because if they're going to do that and then they get like a white director as well, no chance.
They're gonna get Joss Whedon.
Imagine.
I would die.
They have the cheek to do that, bro.
I would freaking die. All right. GTA 6 leak has disappointing update for Grand Theft Auto fans. Early 2023 at best.
It is what it is.
At this point.
For GTA 6, that's a game that I can wait for, and then when it drops, I'll get mad excited. I'll play through the story, but I'm not really sitting there like, oh, like I need a new GTA game.
What? Are you still playing GTA Online then?
No, I'm not even playing it. But like, I don't know. It's just a game that I don't need straight away. I'm just happy to wait, and then when it drops, it drops. There's other games that I can play within that time. So,
I still think 6 should be set in London. I'm going to keep saying that until them man make it happen. I don't know, but like, I think it'll be bang. Like GTA in London. Blop has not say Blop has the parliament, but
if they do GTA in London, where's the first place you're going? Shoreditch is mine,
bruv. I can't lie. Shoreditch, Box Park. Where else am I going? North Greenwich.
I'll go Wembley. Try to get into the Wembley.
Wembley for sure.
Parachute into Wembley, yeah.
That would be way.
Or off the O2 if you do evil.
Hyde Park for sure.
Yeah, Hyde Park's a shout. Running over the people in the buggies bike, innit?
Like the buggies bike. They definitely got to have buggies bikes in there.
Yeah, they gotta have
speedboating down the Thames.
That would be wavy. Cool. All right. And finally, first photos from Game of Thrones prequel series, House of the Dragon. I saw those photos. They looked very clean.
Mm-hmm.
They looked really good. I can't lie, got me kind of excited.
Any dragons?
No dragons.
No dragons. You ain't seen no dragons yet.
No dragons. But we saw Targaryens.
Mm-hmm. I saw the blonde incest-looking Targaryens. Yes.
Not the incest. I forget how much incest is in Game of Thrones.
Bro, literally Targaryens incest.
Bare incest. Oh god. Now I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. I have been meaning to rewatch the entirety of Game of Thrones again, just because I kind of miss like having that show to watch.
Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna hit the last season and I'm just gonna turn it off.
Yeah, that's like, well, boy, did you watched everything up to season 7? And he said, yeah, I'm not watching season 8, bro. I'm not going through that.
Yeah.
Rewatch, yeah. So
1 to 7 would be such a good rewatch though, but it's long. I couldn't watch it again because I know how it ends and I don't like that. So I can't even do that.
No, it ends in season 7, bro. There's no season 8. Season 8 is, we'll call it, I don't know, the director's cut. The director's cut that they wanted to make, but they didn't end up making, and it got leaked. That's what, the leaked director's cut, so I'll call it from now on. Like, but yeah, I don't know when I'm going to find the time to do that, but I want to do that for sure. I feel like Game of Thrones deserves another.
What are you watching right now then? What are you watching right now?
Oh, Rob, like nothing really. I mean, like, whatever kind of comes on Netflix, I kind of binged it in like a day. Castlevania, I finished on the day. Love, Death and Robots, finished in the day. Jupiter Rising.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
Bro, I didn't like it, man. Like the first couple episodes were good. I think I like the premise. I like the whole like new generation or generation type scenario that was going on. The back and forth between the timelines was really annoying me. It was just getting to the last episode. I was like, I'm over this. Like, it's not engaging like the way I thought it would be. Again, it's one of those Netflix shows I think that will get the 1 season and that's it.
Okay.
Obviously Invincible, which we'll talk about in a bit. And I just been rewatching stuff. I rewatched Archer, rewatched South Park again. I'm just rewatching stuff. That's it, really. Nothing really new. This episode of the ELGATO podcast is brought to you by ELGATO and the new Wave 1 microphone. Now, I know you're probably thinking this is some generic podcast ad, but mate, you cannot deny the sound quality. The new Wave 1 has allowed us to deliver an incredible audio experience for you guys, while still allowing us to deliver the same great content you all love and enjoy. So go check out the new Wave 1 and see how it can improve your audio content. Now, back to our episode. Cool, let's get down to our main topic. So as I said, we are talking Invincible. obviously the show ended 2 weeks ago at this point, 3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago.
Around 3 weeks ago. And it's probably what I would say. One of those shows again where like it's gripped social media in such a way. It's really enjoyable to watch, and you want to know what's going to happen next, and people want to read the comics, and they want to.
It's a lot of FOMO as well. It got a lot of people that I gotta watch it now because everyone's talking about it.
The FOMO for people was real,
and all the memes that's come up after it as well. Very viral, the memes and all that.
To go off on a tangent. Big ups to the Invincible social media manager that runs into it.
Big up,
whoever that person is, you're funny as hell.
They need a raise. Whatever the earn is,
whatever they're paying you, they're paying you now. You're doing bits. All right.
Before we get started Invincible, we'll talk about everything about it. We just said, did you guys obviously I knew about the Invincible character before, but did you guys ever read the comics before?
Okay.
I personally didn't.
So I knew of the character.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know of everything that was going to happen. So what I did was, before I watched the first episode, is I went straight to the wiki page. I read more or less everything that's going to happen, start to finish. And with that, I was like, all right, cool. So I understand the story. I understand where this is kind of going. But I still wasn't ready for when things happened the way they happened, in it, just because I hadn't obviously read the comics. But like I knew of Invincible. I didn't know the story like that. So
I'd been told literally, go read Invincible. A TV show's coming out soon anyway.
Right.
Nee told me to go watch it and that, read it and that. I didn't bother reading it, so I just waited for the show, saw it as it was when it came out.
But did you after the show finished? Did you start reading the comics? Because after the show finished, I read the comics and finished all of it.
I've not read it. I've not read it because I'm stuck. I'm like, do I ruin what's gonna happen? The thing is, like, obviously watching it, like some of those scenes, I was pretty much every single episode. There was at least one moment where I was shocked.
Yeah,
so, like, with the action scenes, and they just take it further than you expect.
Yeah,
I don't really want to ruin it for myself by reading the comics.
I was in that same dilemma as well, but I was like, because during the thing, because I knew the comics was available, but I was like, let me at least watch season 1 after that, because obviously we don't know when season's coming. Let's say a year, 2 years, whatever. I can't wait that extra long when there's so much content already out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what I would say is, I think so. There are 3 volumes of Invincible, if I remember correctly. I think volume 1 is the same as season 1. So if you read
like 110, there's 100 the full like story thing for Invincible, like 110 comic books issues. I read that. I read all that in like 3 days.
Like a photo of the whole book. It was wild.
Yeah, I read all that, like 110 issues in like 3 days.
I'm impressed by how accurate it is to the comic book as well, though. Like from the few panels I've seen, even from like the way it's drawn, it's very much succinct to what's in the comic book. The storyline, again, directly from the comic book, like that's something that I'm very impressed by, because I wasn't expecting it to be so accurate. And I still don't know if I want to read the comic book, because again, I know what's going to happen. This thing.
Wait. So you read the wiki, but you don't
I read the wiki. Okay, here's my logic, right? So the wiki page is like a very brief summary. So it's like a brief overview of everything that's going to happen in it. So I know what's going to happen, but reading the comic is like the way things are going to happen. It's the intricacies. It's the building of the stories and the arcs and the twists and the turns. So that's what I'm more wanting to avoid per se, because I know it's going to show up more in the show in season 2 and season 3, which is going to be great. So I might still read the comic. Don't get me wrong, I still might read the comic, but right now I'm still kind of let the show marinate a little bit before I now say, all right, cool, read the comics, kind of know everything that's going to happen beforehand. Because, and again, like I said, because the show is so accurate to the comic book, it's almost going to be like watching season 2 and 3 before it comes out. Do you get me?
I hear that, but bro, there's so much.
Fine. I'll read it. Fine, I'll read it.
The thing is, you have more like self-control than me, because me after the show, I was like, no, I got to carry on reading, man. I got to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. It's not like the whole show is nuts.
Yeah, well, let's get into it. Like, plot, storyline? What's your guys' thoughts there? Invincible.
I like it a lot, man. I think it's good.
What about did you guys like then?
It's different. It's I don't think we've ever seen a scenario like that first episode where you've got like the hero of heroes that everyone seems to love and adore.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Superman of that world,
going rogue, being violent, and I won't even say like, do you know what it is? Yeah, I think it goes back to our last episode a little bit, right? Because obviously it wasn't that he just like killed them; he massacred them.
He massively brutally murdered them. Yeah,
he brutally murdered them to the point where I almost think it was almost abusive the way that he desecrated their bodies.
You know, so gory as well.
Fam!
You know, it spun me because, like I said, I had no idea what the show was actually about. Because I got told it was good. So obviously going and watching it, I was like, hang on a minute. And then when it was the way he took out the Batman as well. When he took out the Batman.
Bro,
the Flash version as well.
He shoved his hand through someone's face like it was putty. And I'm just like, because I remember reading the wiki, and wiki's like, oh yeah, so Omniman, you know, fights the what they call them? The
Guardians of the World.
Yeah, the Guardians of the World, and you know, he ends up killing them. So I'm like, oh right, okay, cool. Then when I see it played out, the way it got played out was nuts. And I had to rewatch that bit again when I first saw it because it was just like, one, it was so well done in terms of the animation.
Also, it came out of nowhere. There was no build up to it as well. It was literally
was just left field. It came out of freaking nowhere, like you said. Like the build up to the scene is like, oh, the Guardians being assembled. It was like, you know, who called who, and then all of a sudden it's just like,
he starts fighting. There's no speaking as well, and also nothing as well. That thing because it ended the last episode, the last scene of the first episode. That leaves us hanging over and keeps us drawn. Like, why did he do it?
Yeah.
Like, what reason does he have to kill like the Guardians of the World basically, and he's meant to be a hero himself?
It's the most puzzling and baffling thing ever.
Ryan's gone again.
Oh, Ryan's gone again. Oh, he's back. He's back. Hold on, give me a sec. There we go. So given
back,
that,
yeah?
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's back.
That's good. All right, cool. So given that one moment, it's basically the reason why it was kind of hanging over our heads for the entirety of the season. I feel like I said, it was something different, it was something new, and I think it resonated with a lot of people in terms of like it not being the typical superhero TV show where it's like, okay, group of superheroes fight the bad guy and they win, done.
Yeah.
It's a solid show, man. Like, it's
also with that also not being a typical superhero. Invincible gets his ass kicked because you know usually you get your powers, you become invincible basically.
You become OP.
He gets his ass kicked on a weekly basis. Like legit gets his ass handed to him. Which guys thoughts on that? Like on you know, Invincible just always getting whacked up.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's what you want to see because you're seeing him sort of become stronger, use his powers better, but also it's different. Invincible's different to these other superhero like properties. Like there's consequences. Like he's gonna get smacked up. Like you'll be able to see it properly. He doesn't just like heal within like 5 minutes and he's back to good. You see him, he was in hospital and all that. Do you know what I mean?
I think there's something to be said about Invincible, obviously learning how to use his abilities, but having to then go up against people who are very much established in their own abilities. Because it's not like he's fighting like new bad guys while he's still new himself. He's fighting bad guys that the current heroes have had trouble to deal with. He's fighting new threats. He's still trying to learn his powers, how to fly, how to use his strength, all that kind of stuff. So there's a aspect of realism, I guess, to Invincible as a character, which I found very appealing because it, like Ryan said, it wasn't like, oh, he got in the fight and then he got healed and he's back on it like after like 5-6 minutes. Like he's traumatized. He's in a coma. He's hospitalized. All this kind of other stuff, which is good to see. I think we need to see more of our heroes getting beat up a little bit. You know, like just kind of bring them down to earth a little bit. But yeah, like Invincible as a hero. Do you know what? I'll say this as a hero. I didn't find Invincible appealing. I feel like all the other characters around him made him more interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how everyone kind of feels about that, but I feel like Invincible on his own, don't get me wrong, like he has some nice, good qualities about him, but I feel like it's the scenarios he gets himself into and the characters within the scenarios that make him more appealing. I think on his own.
You don't think Invincible, the character himself, is necessarily appealing and interesting then?
No, because if you really think about it, it's like, at the crux of it, okay, we've got like Omni-Man, obviously he's the main villain for him finding that his dad's the bad guy, his dad effing him up with dad leaving, boohoo, sad story. But then like you've got like I said, you've got the Guardians, you've got the new Guardians, you've got I can't remember half these characters. You've got people like Robot, who's more interesting, I think. You've got Monster Girl, like all these other kind of other characters who add to his narrative, which I think make him seem more appealing than he is. I think on his own, not so much.
I'd even say with everything, because all the other characters as well, because obviously Omni-Man, even from the start, the first episode, we see how how he ends it. Like we all want to know, find out why. Monster Girl, she has a curse of every time she transforms, use her power, she gets younger. Obviously, what's her name? I Am Eve as well, with her dealing with Rex as well, Rex Explode, and all that dynamic, with them cheating as well, with the multi girl and that. I love that as well. So everything around him does add up to make him to prop him up, but also they all exist within themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's why they all exist within themselves, and you could probably say do have stronger backgrounds so far that we know of than Invincible.
Like I would have loved to see more of Replicate. I would have loved to see more of Atom Eve, like just doing stuff. I don't know, but I feel like maybe because Invincible's powers are so basic, it kind of makes him seem more basic because he's not like
flight and super strength. Yeah,
flight and super strength, but it's not like his flight and super strength are on par with his dad's.
Exactly.
So it's already like okay.
It's the mock version.
Yeah, like do you know what I mean? Like do you know what I mean? Like and everyone else just seems more interesting around him. So don't get me wrong though. Like I don't feel like saying like he was kind of like propped up by everyone else around him makes the show bad. The show is still amazing, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like him as an individual character isn't maybe the reason why a lot of people watch the show. I feel like a lot of people watch the show more to find out what's going on with Omniman, why he did what he did, maybe what's going on with Robot, because obviously he was shifty.
Exactly, I would agree with that. They find out when they want to find out.
I agree with Timmy as well.
You want to find out what's going on with Omniman, find out who Robert is and what he's doing.
Do you know what character I really want to see more of? Obviously, I'm guessing we will. You know the towards the end of the season, or maybe like halfway through, that white, was it like a wolf, or I don't know what he was, but he was on smoke.
Or Beast.
Or the alien thing with like the hammer thing.
Beast Cat or something.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah. I want to see more of him. Because he seems like he would give Omniman trouble.
This is what I was thinking. I want to see him against Omniman. I don't even want to see him against Mark. I want to see him against Omniman.
Yeah, I ain't gonna try to spoil Tooth, but yeah, Beast, the Beast Cat.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, that's what I want to know. All right, cool.
Crazy spell. But also, obviously, because as I told you, I read the comics. I'll give you a little how things are a bit different. For example, in the comics, Thingy's Mark's best friend isn't gay from the start. He comes out later on.
Okay.
And obviously, as we know, what's her name again? What's Thingy's girlfriend? Amber.
Yeah, she's white.
Amber is obviously she's white. She's a white blonde girl. So obviously, let's start before we go into Amber. Let's start with obviously.
Oh, Ryan's gonna get. Roshi's gonna have fun editing this one, boy.
Yeah. Let's go on. Let's try this. But I was saying, yeah, right. Timmy, I'll start with you then. With obviously him, obviously we now see him more. This is another form of representation of bringing LGBT character to the forefront, being a superhero's best friend. What do you think of his portrayal?
I liked it. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I honestly didn't realize he was a gay character until I think the episode where he was going to visit the boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually realize it was a gay character till then. But
do you see that as a good thing or a bad thing, or you don't mind?
Like there's nothing wrong with it. I think it was just one of those things where you're not making the character's sexuality the main thing. Right. So when you've just got it's a gay character who's going to visit his boyfriend, wherever it is, fine, done, dusted. You don't need to make the whole thing about him being gay. They did the character great. I think they did the character great, especially because, like I said, I didn't realize he was a gay character until they acknowledged obviously that he's going to visit the boyfriend. There might have been snippets here and there that I missed. It's just when I kind of acknowledged it. But when in the comics, when does he come out? Is it like before or after like the events of Omni-Man kind of?
It comes out much later down the line.
Okay, so I kind of okay. So I'm guessing that's why they kind of made him gay earlier, because they want to. Fine, I get that. Cool. All right, let's move. Amber, right? Amber, I don't.
Blonde. Because I've read the comics, I would say in the thing, and obviously I was going to bring this up as well. Because obviously in the comics, obviously when she finds out, obviously Mark's Invincible. She's much more calmer about it. Like obviously him having to always fly off and go save the world than how Amber's portrayed. Do you think that the way then obviously they made her, now she's a black woman now? Do you think it's problematic the way they made her react? Because people saying like they made her like the bitter black woman type.
Yeah, I get that, but I feel like Amber was.
You feel that trope was there.
Okay, so it's two things
because they kind of made it in a way, because I know people joke about it. They kind of made her in a way that people dislike her, like, because we see people like, how are you angry about your boyfriend being a superhero?
Yeah.
And you
I was getting onto for that, but
people are getting onto that. So what's your? What you guys
I honestly think Amber is a shit person. That's just me being fair. I don't like Invincible being with Amber, but just because I don't think she's good for him. I obviously there's some nuance to be added, maybe because like of course she's white in the comic books, and in the comic books she wasn't that much of an arsehole to him in the show, and in the show she's a black woman, so there could be a thing of like, are they making generalizations? Are they trying to make it like play into like the whole kind of trope of the over dramatic or angry black woman trope? I don't know, but I'm looking at it just solely in the context of the show itself, and I just didn't like Amber. I don't think it's because I don't think she resonated as an angry black woman in the show itself. I just think at some point she was just like I don't know why Mark is hiding this from me, but it's like, if you knew, why not just tell him that you know?
Exactly, and be understanding.
And just because he's going out, he literally saved your life on numerous occasions, and then he told you he's invincible, and you're like, oh, I know, and then you're angry at him because he didn't tell you.
And like, also is a superhero. Is a superhero like disguised like identity. Those are made kept secret for a reason to keep the ones safe, close to them, safe. So you shouldn't be understanding of that.
Nah, I didn't resonate with Amber. I think in the beginning she kind of seemed like the cool high school girl that everyone wants to kind of get with. I get that kind of trope that they want to run with, but I just didn't gravitate to her. I didn't like her as a character. I didn't like her for Mark. I think him and Atom Eve would have been a lot better as a couple, and I hope they get together as a couple. But yeah, Amber ain't really cutting it personally. But I understand, especially I think the social media response to her would be different if and when people realize that in the comic books she's a white girl. I don't think
also when people find it, because people after when they watch these shows and whatnot, they start looking at the source material and reading it. I think
exactly. Yeah,
a lot more people be angry because they find out how come she was more understanding and cool with it in the comic books then, and you changed her into a black woman, into an angry black woman.
It's gonna be an interesting discussion, I think, once like social media picks it up. But
because they did one part, they did also the LGBTQ part, representation part, right? They didn't make him being gay the main thing, or oh yeah, I'm gay, whatever. Right. It was pretty cool and very interesting character, but him being gay part was obviously a big part of your identity, a big part of you, but it wasn't the only thing that's about you.
Right, but I mean, even on the socials, like people have said like. Many black people have said like, some black women have said like Amber just wasn't a very good, like she's not a nice person in terms of like her relationship to Mark. I don't think they saw her as the angry black woman. There's just the instant of just being shit.
I've seen that as well, but I've also seen people say, but in the comics, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
I even saw one black girl tweet the TV villain and the real villain. They put Omniman and put her. Like that. Yeah, I was dying at that one.
I might drop a tweet and just see what people think, because if they don't know, or if they do know, what their perception will be of Amber afterwards. I mean,
when the episode drops, that's when we drop those tweets.
Of course, we'll do that.
What's your thoughts on there with Amber?
Yeah,
I'm kind of similar with Timmy, because obviously I've only watched the TV show. I haven't read the comics, but I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like her character either for the same reasons. I just wish she was a dickhead. Like, my man's just told you he's a superhero. I don't know. You know what I mean? Right. Like, he just told you he's a superhero. He saved your life. So yeah, she was shit character. Really, I didn't like her at all. But I never once like sort of felt like a stereotype on her. Do you know what I mean? I never thought that that's like a generalization of like the angry black woman. I just thought she's just a shit character. So, but obviously, like I said, maybe if I read the comics, I'd have a different take on it. So
I would love to understand why they made her black for the show. Maybe it's because there's a lack of black people in the show. Now that I think about it, it's just we only really saw her
and the bad guy. They've got that.
Yeah, as
that guy.
Also, the rock guy as well, bro.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So if you told me that before, if you had told me like with no context that they've changed her from white to black, my natural assumption would have just been they've got the gay guy and they've got like changed her to a black woman. It's just like diversity, representation, all that.
But then again, Mark's a diverse character as well, because he's half Asian, half quote unquote white.
Yeah,
is he half Korean in the comic books as well?
Well, from what I've read, the mom looks Asian in the comic.
Okay, fine. Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming. My bad if it's not correct, but yeah.
I just have to read the comics and see.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm just taking it for what it is, kind of thing.
Yeah, for now, anyway.
Who's your guys' favorite character in the
Omniman.
Omniman?
Omniman. I think it's because with him. For me, I like seeing.
Also, the other black guy was the one that lost his powers.
Oh yeah, there were okay. Yeah, I remember now. I remember. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, so there was a couple black people there.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah. Well, so what I was saying was, in terms of characters that resonate me well, it's like when there's like duality or conflict with the character, I very much tend to focus on the character. With Omni-Man, obviously, there is that duality of like, am I loyal to my family or am I loyal to Viltrum? Right. So like seeing that the way it was displayed as well was I'm sorry, that last episode was nuts. Like he used his son to kill people.
To prove a point as well.
Literally used his son as like a weapon to kill people. And I don't, there's just something that is so, I won't even call it violent. It was almost hard to watch, you know. I can't even lie to you. Because like that last fight was kind of difficult to watch just because of the way he used Mark to inflict pain and murder and death. All in the name of like,
the subway scene as well.
The subway scene was the hardest one to watch.
That was mad. That was like, you know, you get to a point and you think, okay, like I've watched so many episodes, I've seen all these fight scenes. You've seen the fight scene with is it the Immortal Man? And you're like, okay, they can't surprise me anymore. They can't.
Yeah, exactly. You think that
they do. When you see that, when you see the like when the train's going in slow motion, you see all these bodies fly.
Damn, he just held him there.
Shows guts and he just put his head up, and he's showing like he's like, Mark, these people are feeble, like they're not worth your time. Why are you protecting them?
He called his mum a pet.
Yeah, bro. He called his mum a pet.
That bit had me laughing because she was so hurt, and
she was listening. I forgot
she was listening.
Oh my god!
Because everyone just looked at her like raw. Like, are you okay?
Are you gonna have that?
Are you gonna have that from him?
But she has to. Nobody can stop him. Also,
that's the bad.
Like he was even like putting him into context. Like obviously, Viltrumites, we live for thousands of years. Like 17 years is basically a blip in my lifetime. So much more. I can make another one of you. Basically, like, bro, like fam, you're not the only one. Like you can't be like, basically, you're not like you don't crazy, mean much type thing. Like your family, everyone on earth will be dead. They don't mean much type stuff.
But see, that's the thing. He initially made it seem like the family, Mark, like didn't matter to him. But then obviously we saw that moment in the baseball field where he felt something, and he had those emotions, and he saw that, what could potentially be a happy family scenario. So obviously there was that conflict with him, which is always interesting. But
but even then when he's punching up Mark, even ends like literally when he's about to do the final blow, he's like he can't do it. He starts tearing up and he flies off. It shows that obviously he's deprogrammed as further enough from the Viltrumite programming of obviously having to conquer planets and whatnot that he can't do the final blow. When a normal Viltrumite should be like, I don't care if you're my son. If you're stopping the Viltrumite Empire from progressing, I'm ending you.
It was like I said, that final fight was hard to watch because of how, like, don't get me because don't get me wrong, brutal scenes don't disturb me like that. Like, I get it, it's part of the show's fight, but I think it's because obviously you had Omni-Man and Mark, like father and son, like and genuine like father and son, and to the point where the son is trying to take after the father, and even when he's beating him black, blue, blind, deaf, and dumb, he's still calling him his dad. He still sees him as his dad, who he loves and respects.
He said if everyone on Earth died, he'd still have his dad. After he just watched his dad rip Immortal Man in half, and then obviously find out everything.
Basically blow up half of Chicago.
Yeah, and he still said, I still would have had you, Dad.
Also it was so like chilling as well that obviously when Omni-Man and Mark are fighting, Omni-Man throws Mark into a complex, apartment complex building, isn't it? Then you see the daughter and the mom.
That was actually hard to watch for me.
Hard to watch. It's like Mark tries to save her, and obviously Omni-Man like, what? You're wasting your time. They're not gonna survive. Like literally, it's pointless to do that. It just that was chilling. Obviously, Mark obviously all under rubble. He thinks he saved them. He grabs the arm. Just the arm.
We just got money. Who just got money? Who rich? Share the wealth, bro. Share the wealth.
Yeah, but literally just.
So my question is this, right? My question is this, right? Do you think, obviously, Luda, you read the comics, so
yeah,
don't say nothing. But do you think Omni-Man's gonna come back with the Viltrum Empire to kind of like take over, Ryan?
I don't. My natural assumption would be, I don't know. Obviously, he flew off. He left. I'm thinking maybe the fact that he's left is going to signal other Viltrumites or people from Viltrum to come. Maybe. I'm definitely expecting to see more people from Viltrum in the next season, at least.
Mm-hmm. Was that big hedge, older looking fam? That was just built for no reason.
I've seen one guy. I've seen someone post a photo. He was considerably older than Omni-Man. I think he was bald. He was wham.
Conquest, bro.
He just looks different. He looks different.
Conquest.
Because obviously it's gonna
got do you see him with the Infinity Gauntlet, bro?
You seen that? You seen that?
Conquest, bro. The smoke the Viltrumites are on.
How do you think Omni-Man's strength stacks up against like the other heavy hitters that we've got, like the Supermans, the Gokus? I can't answer this, isn't it?
Oh, Superman, the characters within.
Yeah. So other heavy hitters like Superman, Goku, Saitama. Like, how do you think? Do you think Omni-Man is not Omni-Man? I
would say out of Superman, Goku, Saitama, I would say he's still below them three.
Really?
How could, like, obviously Superman has a lot more feats. Mm-hmm. But have we seen anything like to suggest that he'd be weaker than Superman? Because for me, if you just take the show for what it is, they're clearly paralleling him with Superman, just like that, like someone was paralleling Flash and Batman. So I'd automatically kind of put him on the same pedestal as Superman.
I would low key put him stronger than Supes.
Okay, wait, because you guys saying that because you ain't read anything. Oh,
no. I'm just. But I mean, like, in terms of like just the Viltrums in general.
Do you think because the way he dispatched the Guardians of the Globe, is that what you're thinking?
It's not just that. There was the scene where he decimates that entire planet, right?
Yeah, like he's a planet buster, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's stuff like that. The fact that he doesn't need, like, he's not limited by like solar energy for his strength. His strength and speed seem very much like it's unlimited. Obviously, like, you know.
And they kind of also Viltrumites, they kind of have that like Asgardian things going on. The older they get, the more powerful.
Yeah, the older they get, the more powerful they get. So like, I'm not saying like we have to. I'm not saying okay, we have to make like an old man Omni-Man to face Superman. But I feel like if they were to go head to head, 1-to-1, I think Omni-Man might come up on top. I'm just saying. I think also because I think Omni-Man is also a lot more brutal than Superman. I think he would take.
Yeah. I would say Omni-Man is Superman without any inhibitions.
Oh yeah, maybe even worse.
Yeah, because obviously Superman has inhibitions. Like Superman, even Superman, even like planet thing, he doesn't end people basically. Omni-Man, literally,
he will finish you, bro.
You would even humans like literally like as you seen, bro. He's blowing up planets of people. He's throwing like Mark all throughout Chicago, blown up Chicago. He's literally he killed like 7 other superpowered beings. Basically, their version of Justice League, and he destroyed all of them in the most gruesome of ways. So yeah, I think
it's doable. I think
he's man without conscience in a way.
Yeah, I think
it would be very interesting.
That's the word. That's definitely.
It'd be very interesting just to see it. But like, okay, say if you take Homelander for example, Homelander versus Omni-Man.
Omni-Man, still.
Yeah, Omni-Man's having him.
I think especially because like Homelander is like Homelander's strong. Don't get me wrong, but he's not like. I don't see him doing like with the same feats as the Supermans and the Omnimans of the world. Like he's not there yet. I think
I'd put both of them above Homelander.
Absolutely, every time. He's definitely. I don't think Homelander's that strong. He's brutal and he's strong by human standards, but I don't think he's like.
One other thing as well, when they managed to bring Immortal Man back, did you think he was in trouble? Because I thought he was in trouble for a second.
I thought he was in trouble. I thought he was gonna F Omni-Man. I really did.
Like, yeah, he's angry as hell. Like on his peak. Omni-Man just does him even worse. The man, like, should have stayed dead.
He cut him off. Like, that's just Fam.
This show is so gory, bro.
But there's a realism to that. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna get punched up, there's gonna be blood. There's gonna be like swelling. There's gonna.
The thing is, like, when he like split him in half, or whatever, didn't you literally see like his intestines and that fall
Yeah,
out? Or
yeah.
whatever? Yeah. Mark is also seeing that as well, obviously, but he's seeing exactly how we're seeing it. So like, it's not just you just kill someone, someone just got shot and they dropped down dead. He's literally seen someone be ripped apart and the whole of their insides fall out.
And he's got to fight that, and that person's his dad.
Yeah, that's his dad, who he's loved up until now.
Up until now, yeah.
Nuts.
I would even say even it still shows that he still loves him because he goes, oh, even after
exactly,
I'll still have you, dad. So he still loves his dad. Obviously, he's still going through a lot, but he still loves him.
You know what?
Let's go into voice acting as well.
Wait, one sec. Do you know what though? I feel like it was more. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it might be more disbelief than love after a point during that fight, because obviously for him, yes, his dad and he loves his dad, but I feel like there's also the fact of like your dad is Omniman, greatest superhero ever. He saves millions of people. Ryan, what is going on with your camera, bro? Saves millions of people, does the whole superhero thing, but like to find out your dad is really and truly the villain now, and that your dad is out here massacring people. I feel like for him, he was trying more to convince his dad to stop, as opposed to like, I don't know. Like I said, maybe there was more disbelief than love in Mark's words and actions than what people think. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But
I think it's a bit of both.
Okay.
To be honest. But I think like, I don't know, you can see, because obviously Mark's trying to plead with him to stop, but at the same time, he's still prepared to fight him. He probably knows he will lose, but he's still prepared to scrap his dad if he has to, kind of thing. So it's a I don't know. I think the dynamic going into the next season, it'll be interesting to see between Mark and Omniman from now on, whenever they encounter each other.
Hopefully it's on site. That's all. I hope it's just on site with
Mark. I don't think it is for Mark. I don't think it. That's why I think there is a bit of love. Because I don't think if he sees him, it's on site straight away. I think he'd still try reason with him first.
All right, let's talk about voice acting, dude. Go on.
I'm saying they picked Invincible had a very like strong, like they like an A casting. Like,
it had an A cast, bruv. Like I'm surprised. Like when you deep the people they've got in that show, it's like I said, no, but the budget was there. Jeff Bezos,
Amazon.
Jeff Bezos said, "How much you need? I got that."
I'll step a little bit more into the animation, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You think so?
You think?
Yeah, like I don't know if Amazon, like they got bread. I feel like the animation could have been slightly better. I feel like it was a bit boring.
Nah, but the animation looks almost exact. Like the drawing style is very much exact to the comic book. So if you look at the comic book panels, you look at the show, they're very much one and the same. So I get that. Maybe they could have changed up a little bit. I don't know, but I feel like.
Yeah. But I mean, that's only like a small nitpick anyway. And when the small nitpick is the animation, and the anime, it's not bad. It's not bad, innit? I just think it could be better. But if that's a nitpick, then that's not even a bad thing, to be honest, because when the story's good and the characters are good, it doesn't really matter that much. So.
Facts. But yeah, no, they had a very solid cast, and the fact that it's getting 2 more, I was worried, I thought it was only going to be the 1 season, but the fact they're getting 2 more seasons says a lot about the show. And again, it just proves like not every day DC and Marvel. Sometimes we need to look at Image Comics as well. Like we need to acknowledge other comic book properties, because there are some real gems out there that are not getting the shine that I think they deserve in it. So yeah, I mean, like Invincible was great. Like honestly, solid show. And
this, like what you just said as well, if Invincible doing so well, it leads to other content from like different comic book properties, like Image Comics, then that's only good, because we just want more content.
This also with them, because they're not obviously they're not DC, whatever they're in their own universe. We would love to see that, so it's cool. But Invincible does link up with Spider-Man though, like in the comics. It's funny what he does.
Okay, I see that. Yeah. All right, so what's your rating for the show out of 10?
I'll give it a strong 8.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Timmy, you brought this up. Obviously, are you guys happy with the world being full of superpower people, no explanation?
I wanted to something I wanted to bring up, actually. No, because I need an explanation. I need to understand.
Explanation,
yeah, it needs to.
What was that? What was the question?
Like basically, are you happy with the world being full of superpower? Obviously, in Invincible, are you happy with the world being full of superpowered people with no explanation?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even need to be explained.
Nah, I need an explanation. I just need something, even if it's just like, I don't know, like a gene, or just like it's like they just built a superhero society because of an event. Just like give me some kind of backstory, because you can't just have all these kind of like people with powers and aliens and shit like that just come out of nowhere.
I feel like I've seen so many different origin stories, or like so many different things with superheroes where people get powers, or this group of people, let's say for example mutants or Inhumans, whoever, like I've seen that so many times, but I don't need that story to be told. I don't care how they got their powers.
But at least with the boys, we know how they get the powers, like Compound V and that. Yeah, there's people that got powers, just deal with it, you know?
Yeah, I get that too, which is good. But I feel like with Compound V and the boys, that's a major part of the storyline, so it makes sense.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Whereas with Invincible, I don't know, maybe because it's animated as well, but I'm good with how it is.
Okay.
Also, this other question I had was going to ask, because I found you guys didn't read the comments. I was ask basically how closely, obviously season 2 and season 3 have been announced, and since we all read the comments, I'm going to say, but we haven't. How closely do you want them to follow the source material?
As close as possible. If season 1 is anything to go by, they should follow it as close as possible. And we need more episodes. We need more than 9 episodes or 9 episodes, whatever it was, for season 2 and 3. For everything that's going to happen that I briefly know about, they need to make sure that they're giving us at least like a solid 15 episodes per season. Like we need content. We need content. So yeah, I'm looking.
Let's go back to Omniman as well. Yeah,
go on.
Kind of, obviously the build up. I don't know. This is just maybe me thinking too much. Yeah, obviously I need to find out why Omniman did what he did. I felt kind of underwhelmed when I found the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, when I read the reason, I was like, okay, cool. I thought the execution or the explanation would be maybe a little bit better, but if you really think about it, it's kind of like an underwhelming reason. Like the reason he took him out was to prepare for like.
It's kind of typical, isn't it? It's kind of
prepare for invasion, like lower.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I expected it, but it's like, okay, cool. It's like we kind of feel like we've read the story before, kind of thing, or you could have just expected that, kind of.
I don't know. Do you know, if it was something like, oh, I wanted to be like the only superhero in the world, you know, I wanted to be the strongest, and I didn't want to have any competition, that might be an interesting take, as opposed to just like, you know, invasion. Yeah, like that would be different. That would be a mad spin on the whole, like what it means to be a superhero and things like that. But yeah, it was kind of underwhelming. I don't think it takes away anything from the show, but I think just that moment was a bit like, okay, man, what's next? Like just grab a fight mark.
That's what I'm saying, but I was just like, oh, okay, so he's the thing for the Viltrum Empire. So basically, Omniman's an oppressor.
Yeah, he's a colonizer. Omniman is a colonizer. He's a colonizer. He's a colonizer who came to this planet. Facts to a printer, bro. Straight up. Oh, that's kind of mad. Shit. Oh well. All right.
About when season 2 and season 3 coming out?
They've just said this. It's confirmed.
They just announced both at the same time. Everyone was moaning. Everyone was tweeting them saying announce season 2.
Yeah.
Here's 2 and 3.
So we got it.
Yeah. So we're good.
But I would say, guys, you're doing yourself the service. You don't read the comics, man.
I will read the comics. I'll read the comics. I promise. I'll buy the comics. I'll buy the comics. I'll read them. Volume 1 to 3. I promise.
I'm not making no promises in it. Just don't spoil it.
No, I won't spoil it, but like, please, man.
You just want to talk about it.
Yeah, he wants to talk. Okay, at least read the wiki page.
I ain't reading no wiki page. I'm either reading the
wiki page. I grew up to me, man. Wikipedia is not what's the word?
Such a hack, man. People,
it's not reliable.
But it's just you know, when you want to just like read the story, we don't want to read the story. Like read the wiki page, and then like it's good. Like you're fine. All right.
Also, before we end quickly, I did like that even with obviously we saw with was it Machine Head, what is that? Obviously, there's lower level, not just villains that superpower villains that are trying to take over the world. We have the lower level crime bosses still.
Yeah.
Powers as well.
I think Machine Head was a good villain actually. Even if it was there
by Titan.
Yeah.
My man said my man did the double switcheroo of Invincible. Took his boss and took over the crime organization.
We're definitely going to see more of him though. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right, we good? We running up? We done?
Good.
All right. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Much love, much appreciation. Shout out to ELGATO, as always. No announcements. Things are still kind of like, again, Ryan with his camera. I don't know what's going on, bro. Bruv, you need to fix your internet, do something. But yeah, no announcements for now, guys. Like, we'll still just work things out. Hopefully, we should be back in the studio in the next month or so. Like, I feel like we're kind of done with like the whole Zoom thing. We need to get back in the studio.
Yeah, because Ryan's internet not
hopefully back in the studio for that. And just keep on doing what we're doing. Keep on supporting us. Keep on sharing the content, showing us some love. You know, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Hopefully we get to see you guys then in the physical soon.
Yes, we are. Like I said, we're nothing to announce, but we're still working on stuff. We are still working on stuff. We're talking to people and stuff like that. But when we know stuff to share with you guys, we'll share with you. Hopefully, Quiz Night 4 will happen this year. Hopefully, maybe a gaming tournament or two, maybe a cinema screening. We don't know, but we've got stuff planned. So just hold up for that. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, peace out.
Peace out. Over and out, guys.
Over and out, guys. Are you a content creator looking for some new kit? Well, ELGATO has a quality range of products just for you. That's right, ELGATO isn't just for gaming content. From the chroma key green screen, the key light which provides studio quality lighting, and of course the new Waveron microphone providing outstanding quality audio, ELGATO is there to meet all your content creation needs. Visit elgato.com and check out the full range of products for more information. And a big shout out to ELGATO for supporting us.